What's going on? It's Sailboat from Sailboat Sneakers, and I am here with you again today for another exciting mystery box unboxing. Now, this is a staple of the channel, and one of the biggest staples as far as mystery boxes are concerned for the channel is Supremacy and its beater box membership. Closed membership, so unfortunately you won't be able to get them anytime soon. This box here was somewhere in the ballpark of like $1,450, and it came out to I think like $1,625 and a little bit of change. I think it's gonna be a pretty good box. I haven't got one in this price range from Supremacy in a little while. Every single time I have got one in this range, it's been absolutely money. Let's find out what's inside this box and get into the nitty gritty here. There's some good looking stuff in this box, and I'm pretty excited. Let's get into it. First box here is just a white slide with what I believe to be the Jordan 7 Raptors. This pair is in a size 11, and looking at it, it is a very clean pair. Just a tiny bit of heel drag. They look pretty good. You can see that the uppers are absolutely immaculate. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. The paint looks real good the entire way around. No damage to the suede. The heels are looking real solid with no obvious wear. Medial aspects of the sneakers looking really, really good. And down to the sole, you might be able to see a little bit of heel drag there. It's very, very minimal on both shoes here. All the way through, they are looking very good, very clean. Jordan 7, I believe it to be the Raptors colorway, size 11 with a slide box, so I guess damage box. It's a sleek looking shoe. The materials are actually really, really good on it. I think that's my favorite thing about the shoe. Next up is a pair of Loosies. These just do not have a box. Some Asics Gel Light 3s in a blue colorway. It says Hannon Shop on the insole, so I'm assuming that this is a collab. These are a size 9.5 men. This is a just kind of different color blues on the palette. You can see that on the tongue tips here, there's like a little flame symbol, and then coming in to the insole, you can see that Hannon Shop logo with the flame. And then the actual sock liner also has this cool kind of looping, I don't even know what kind of pattern that is, and a little flame right there. The suede on this is like absolutely superb. It's nice and buttery. Very, very cool materials here. The actual Asics logo over here looks like it's 3M, so I think if you were to shine a bright light on that or maybe flash it with a camera, it would look really nice. Medial aspects here, a little bit of scuffing, nothing that can't be cleaned off. And the actual outsoles are looking very clean as well. It's a nice shoe. It's not exactly something that I would expect out of a $1,600 box, but I really can't complain when it comes to the quality behind an Asics shoe because they always keep really proper with their materials. Size 9.5, no box, Asics Gel Light 3. Another Lucy here. Got a pair of Nike VaporMaxes and what's like a charcoal black colorway. These are in a size 10 and have no box. Now this isn't an especially hype pair by any means, but VaporMax do tend to sell relatively quickly and actually get pretty good profit margins on the secondary market. So I do imagine that this pair will sell pretty quick as long as it's priced appropriately. Size 10, pretty easy mover, very, very lightly worn. Hopefully these will leave the collection very, very quick and fetch a halfway decent price. I don't know, probably like 8 out of 10 condition, these charcoal black Nike VaporMaxes. I'm not a huge fan of the cushioning on VaporMaxes. It feels a little bit more unstable than anything to me. I hear that the newer VaporMaxes that have been released in 2021 are actually like a lot better. So I'm looking forward to at some point in time getting my hands on a pair so I can at least try them on. And next pair is a pair of red box Nikes. Nike Air Max 90 Quick Strike in a size men's 10.5. And that's what it looks like it is. This is a pair of Air Max 90s. And they are both labeled as a size 10.5. Now the box said that this was a quick strike, and I can tell with this suede kind of mud guard right here, and this, I don't know the correct terminology, who am I to say? Super nice. Got some premium leather right here along the toe box, and this is a, I don't know, somewhat like faux crocodile print or snake print, but the quality of these is actually very nice, so I will say that much as far as like a quick strike is concerned. Coming on to the soles here, these could potentially be dead stock, quite honestly. I'm not seeing any sort of flaws with the soles, but I don't know for sure. It's a nice looking shoe, and there's definitely no obvious flaws that I can see. Maybe like a little bit of yellowing. These might be a little bit on the older side. If by older side I mean 2019, then yeah. I don't know, these midsoles, they just don't look all that white to me for being a 2-year-old shoe. The rest of it is like absolutely immaculate though. I can't help but think that these are either like dead stock or maybe tried on condition, because there is no obvious wear to this shoe whatsoever. Air Max 90, size 10.5, original box, potentially dead stock condition. Yet another red box Nike Air Max 1 SE. That looks to be correct. These look like a Nike Air Max 1. Really bright colors. We got white popping off with that neon. These are from 2018, the Just Do It pack. They released a whole bunch of kicks that had Just Do It written along all different aspects of the shoe, with like a kind of patchy construction with just like a whole bunch of extra pieces on top of the original silhouette. You can see the phrase Just Do It. It's been stitched into the shoe in multiple different places, and you can see a few patches that have also been stitched onto the shoe, and also have the Nike check, the swoosh. Medial aspects of the shoes, absolutely flawless. Now these ones come with this kind of changing pattern, Just Do It, and boxes. It looks like the yellow or the orange Nike boxes. It's kind of hard to say, but it definitely says Just Do It within that swoosh. Look at the soles here. I think that it's safe to say that these ones are also probably at worst tried on condition. I think that maybe they could have even been like a display pair or something to that extent. The materials on them are a lot nicer than I expected. Honestly, it doesn't really do too much exciting as far as like the actual Air Max 1 is concerned. I don't know, I'm just not into it. Questionably dead stock pair yet again. Air Max 1's very popular. 5 pairs into this box. 9 pairs total. I can see another 4 that are in there that still need to be opened. Now this, for a $1,600 box, is not all that impressive so far, so I'm really hoping that I can pull some nice stuff in the last 4 pairs here. Well, I definitely like this box right here. Jordan 11 in a size 11, black varsity royal white. If you know what that colorway is, then you know that we already have a pair of some Space Jams. Oh wow. These right here, this could be a problem in the best way possible. These are dead stock. Holy shit. This is a pair of 2009 Space Jams, and these are in dead stock condition. Woo! Take a look at these bad boys up close. You do not see 2009s in dead stock condition all that often. This is an immaculate pair, looking crazy crispy with no defects on the uppers. These just look absolutely amazing. Damn. Take a look at the soles. There's a little bit of age-related yellowing there. It's not bad. It really is not all that bad. Like just a little bit around the pods, on the left shoe especially. But overall, this is sick. This is a dope pair to have in the collection right here. That's exciting. It really is to have a fresh pair of the old Space Jams with the 23 on the back and the low cut patent leather. This is a far superior Space Jam to the one that was just released within the past several years, in my opinion. I much prefer that low cut patent leather, and having the 23 on the heel, man, it just doesn't get any better than that. Size 10.5, Jordan 11 Space Jam, dead stock condition from 2009. Up here, Nike Zoom Kobe 6 in a size 11. I don't know much about Kobe's, but these are freshy. Lightly worn condition, little bit of creasing on the toe box, but they look pretty good. These are going back to 2010. There is minimal wear on the insoles. The uppers look great. The soles can use like a little bit of a scrub down, but Easy 9 out of 10 condition here on these Kobe 6s. I don't know what the official colorway is, but they certainly look to be like taxi inspired almost. Got that yellow and that black, kind of like a honeybee. Here's a quick look at the soles here. Again, just a little bit of dirt. Not too shabby, should be a pretty quick clean. Like next to zero heel drag on both shoes. All the traction is still there. These look good, and Kobe's, rest in peace Kobe. His legacy lives on and people just can't get enough of his shoes. It's the first time I've actually had a Kobe since his passing. It's the first time that one's coming in mystery box because Soul Supremacy wasn't putting Kobe's in mystery boxes for a long time. Out of respect for him and not wanting to try and monetize on his passing. So this is the first time I've seen a Kobe in a long time. Very excited to have these. They're in a size 11, which is a pretty solid size. I think it might have a little bit of life left as a ball shoe, but I don't know, 2010, typically I don't like to push it with those things. Definitely still a lot of life just wearing them around though. Two more pairs. I don't really know which one I should open first. Well, there is a good amount of money's worth on the table here. It does not seem to me like this is worth $1,600. I'm crossing my fingers for the last two pairs here and hoping that one of them is a pretty serious pair. I'm gonna save what I think is probably gonna be the money pair for the very last pair in the box. I'm gonna pull out this Jordan box instead. Size 11, this is a Jordan 7 Retro, and that's exactly what we have here is a Jordan 7 Retro. Here I have what look to be a lovely pair of Bordeaux's. Pretty lightly used condition. The outsoles are looking pretty clean, could use a quick scrub down. Tiny bit of creasing on the toe boxes on both shoes. Take a quick look, you can see just a little bit of creasing coming through the toe boxes. Really no wear on the lateral of the right shoe. Coming up to the heels here, and everything is looking spot on. Lateral side of that left shoe, also looking good. Running down the medial aspect of the shoe here, it's looking pretty damn clean. Just a little bit of creasing in the foam midsole. And coming on to the soles here, it's kind of hard to tell because of how dark the outsoles are, but it's looking pretty clean overall. It just might need a quick little once over to scrub anything extra off of there. That's 8 pairs down so far. Again, $1,600 box. This last pair has really got to be a money pair to make up for this box. So right now we are definitely down. There could be some money in this last box right here. It's very possible. I don't know. It's gonna have to be a big pull. I got a gold box Nike XB here. Nike SB is all the rage right now. This is an era when dunks were absolutely crushing. And this is a Dunk Low Premium. Nike SB Dunk Low Premium. Holy smokes. It is a good pair. It's a very good pair as a matter of fact. These are the Dunk Low Newcastles. As of late, Dunks have made a massive resurgence on the market, and this is definitely one of the more highly sought after pairs out there. This is a heater pair, and now I kind of understand where the value of the box is coming from. You can tell that the uppers are looking absolutely immaculate. Midsoles could definitely use a little bit of a scrub down, especially over on the heels here. You can tell that it's a little bit more dirty through that area. The upper is still looking pretty good. Couple of little scuff marks, but you can see that this suede is still like amazingly butter, and it just takes a little stroke over to change the way that it's snapped. It looks absolutely amazing and feels crazy good in hand. On the medial aspects of the kicks, you'll notice that there is just a little bit of dirt. Nothing that a quick clean down can't get rid of. Nothing that a quick clean down can't get rid of. And flipping on to the outsoles. This is where the most wear can be noted. There's probably like 25-ish% of star loss, maybe a little bit less, up along the toes. So that's kind of a bummer. And then a little bit more as we come over onto the medial aspect. A little bit of gunk that I can clean out pretty easily, even as we get to the back of the shoes here. And then just a little bit of heel drag. It's not awful, but it's definitely noticeable. The Newcastles are really cool, man. It's when Nike was making dunks that were in the style of a whole bunch of different beer brands, and there were points where they nearly got in a little bit of trouble for kind of utilizing the branding. It's kind of rare to find these shoes, especially in this good a condition nowadays, because most people that had them kind of beat them into the ground years ago. The shoe dates back to 2008. Actually one of the more kind of interesting, and it's actually one of the nicer materials that I've seen used on a dunk, and I guess seeing that it was considered premium on the label, that should be expected. Overall, it was a halfway decent haul. To be completely honest with you, I don't know exactly what the market looks like on those Newcastles. They might be a little bit more of a specific sale. You could probably get some pretty good money on those and it'll make back a pretty good hunk of the box. The other stuff is decent. I just don't know how much everything is worth in this. Needless to say, pretty excited to go through and try and figure out exactly what everything is worth and see if this box is going to turn me a profit. Or is this going to be one of the first boxes I've ever taken a loss with? I certainly hope not. I really don't think that I'm going to take a loss with this one, but I don't know. I need to do my research and figure it out first. Want to give a big shout out to Since Day One Apparel for the amazing t-shirt. This is not paid promotion, I just really like their product. It's a very comfortable shirt, very breathable. It's good for an active person like myself. So shout out to the crew over at Since Day One Apparel. Their Instagram will be tagged in the video descriptions. Also big shout out to boys over at Shoe Plug, all my homies through the Shoe Plug channel. If you guys haven't heard of Shoe Plug yet, basically what it is we're like a sneaker concierge to a certain extent. It's run by this kind of universal operation that goes to different consignment shops and reputable resellers and stores around the country, and actually has direct links into the dead stock that some of these stores are carrying. If you are looking for like a very specific shoe, this may be a good opportunity to reach out and find a store that might carry a shoe that you might not otherwise be able to find in your size. So make sure that you tap in on shoeplug.com, and then that way you can get with us and kind of watch the program as it begins to grow. Really appreciate you guys checking in on the channel, and you can expect a whole bunch of restoration work from me in the near future. I just took on a whole bunch of projects that I'm very excited to get started with, and I can't wait for you guys to join me on the journey. I hope that you guys are excited to watch as I continue to grow and continue to evolve and begin to potentially offer some of my services to you guys at a relatively reasonable price point as I learn and perfect the art and technique of sneaker restoration and customization. Stay tuned for more of that. As always, appreciate you checking in, appreciate you sticking around to the cold, bitter end. I'm Sailboat. I'm out of here.